Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We're continuing our conversation with Dan Smith of Vail Mountain Rescue, and we're talking about a recent mission last night. And I had a few questions about it.
Sure.
One of the things I wanted to ask about was the fact that they got him up off the ground. And I'm just kind of wondering how they did that. Did they move the snow out of the way? Did they put branches down? What is the best way to get somebody up off the ground?
Well, these people had a whole lot of gear up at the hut. They were not easy, because it's 200 or 300 feet of vertical, but they could skin back up the road to the hut. So what they probably did is just get rubber pads, closed cell foam pads, put a couple of those under him. Now he's off the snow. His body heat's not going into the snow.
Okay.
An equally good way to do it, and the way most of us do it, if you're not camping or not hut tripping, you're not carrying a pad, take 2 lawn and leaf trash bags, the big 30-gallon ones.
Yes.
And take a pocket knife that's got a saw blade on it, cut pine branches, stuff them in the bag, put the bag on the snow, put the person on the bag.
Okay.
Or you. I mean, that's, if you're stuck at night or stuck during the day out there and it's cold, get off that snow. That lawn and leaf trash bag will do it if you've got trees.
Okay.
As we were chatting, this guy was very lucky he was not alone. If he's alone, this whole situation turns out very, very differently. At 2:30 in the afternoon on the roads below Fowler, he probably had a decent chance of having somebody wander by. Would that person have had a cell phone? Maybe. Everybody else in this party had Verizon cell phones, and they can't get out from up there. The guy that had the AT&T phone got out perfectly, no commercials there. That's just what happens here. Different places, different providers have better service. He had 2 wilderness first aid folks and 1 EMT, and I think a couple other people with training with him.
Well, if you're going to get hurt, that's the people you want to be with.
A trauma surgeon, that'd help too, but probably not in this case. Because there's nothing he can do. He's immobile. He's not going to move. This happens in summer. You twist your ankle good and solid on a trail, just one of our East Vail trails that goes up to a lake. You're 2 miles out. You're not walking unless you particularly like to crawl down rocky trails, because that's your only option.
The other thing you mentioned was that this mission was at night, and a lot of your missions are at night. Why is that?
Let's see. Why do people get hurt at night? Well, they usually don't get hurt at night. They get hurt about 4 in the afternoon. By the time we get to them, it's dark, and certainly it's dark coming out. These guys got going in the daylight, what little there was, and got to him 7, and then get back out they got out pretty quick. Out is always faster than in, because you're usually going downhill.
Okay.
And you pack the trail in the winter. You are spending less time looking for where you go. If there was any place where there were 3 or 4 trails, you put flagging tape, just surveyor tape. You tape the trails you don't want to go across, or you tape your way through, so that when you come back and you've been working on the patient and other things and your mind's not focused, you can see which way you go out. So you always flag your trail coming out. All of these things take training. So what worked here is he had good people with him. He had good training. They had good training. They had good gear nearby. All those things worked very, very well to create a good outcome. The closed pass kind of got in the way a little bit, but adapt, improvise, overcome. Yes, he'll fit in the back of our truck. We just have to move all the gear around.
Yeah.
And it worked fine.
Dan, great talking with you. Always enlightening. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So Dan Smith with Vail Mountain Rescue. They're an all-volunteer organization. Coming up, we've got to take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got your weather forecast.